Greetings, people of the world. Matthew back with you here at Navora Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. It is day 96 and the last day of this main Let's Play, as we've finally made it to the Praetorium where the Ultima Weapon and Gaius awaits. So as we arrive on the Enterprise, Biggs and Wedge bringing us in for a landing. We've touched down, and away we go. Yeah, Sid's gonna be joining us on this journey, of course, not to fight. So, here we are. The Ultima Weapon will almost certainly be housed in the depths of a complex. Yeah, Biggs and Wedge showing off their respect before they head on out, because yeah, it's not gonna be safe here where we're doing all the fighting. So away they go. Wedge gives us one last wave. This is it, my friend. And so, let's go take on our destiny. Alright, so now, as soon as everyone is out of cutscene, we can get underway. So, I'm gonna point this out right now. This is actually my second run here through the Praetorium. It's not my first, and I'll explain why at another time. At this point, I feel that I really cannot explain it without a rant, so I will leave that rant for another time. But first of all, let's talk about how you do the Praetorium. First of all, you basically let the tank just do all the drawing of the enemies, and you just follow him until you get to this Magitek terminal here. Yeah, for a lot of people who played through the Praetorium, they don't even bother fighting the enemies, they just choose to run past them and allow everyone else to follow along. Yeah, you'll probably see in comments quite a bit people saying, well, you can just get by everyone if you just run past them, you don't need to bother fighting them. But yeah, it is something that will occur over a course of quite a bit of time in this particular challenge, but this is one of the few instances where you actually are encouraged to fight and you actually don't have a choice. Here you have to kill all the enemies in this particular section here in the Praetorium in order to get something that is being mentioned on the right side of the screen, an Imperial identification key, because it is only once you have gotten your hands on one of those that you can advance by opening a gate. If you see this word Magitek terminal on the right, that is only opened by using an Imperial identification key, and so you have to get your hands on one by killing off everything. Everything here must be wiped out, no exceptions, and that includes the Magitek armor. So we'll just keep pounding away on these guys. Yeah, at this point they're the first cohorts, which means they're supposed to be the creme de la creme, but we can still take them out pretty easily as an 8-person party. And so, yeah, there it is. Once everyone's dead, then the Imperial identification key becomes available to you, and you can go ahead and proceed to use it and open up the door. And now, once again, more demonstrations of why everyone just runs through here and doesn't fight. Yeah, once we give the tanks an opportunity to start drawing everyone, then we really get to see just how much you make it a point to run through everything, because yeah, you also want to run past their special abilities. Yeah, no one really fights a lot here. It's all about just making sure you get to the end in one piece. This is really the only place where running from battles is highly recommended, just because of the way that people play the game. This I'll go into more about in my rant video in the coming days. But yeah, as you can see, the Praetorium has seen better days since we've already had quite a bit of waves with it after causing the force field to lower through Castor Meridianum. Already a lot of damage is caused. And this is another situation where the tank will just draw everything and you just can run by harmlessly. You can take the treasure if you want, and then you get to this next Magitek transporter. And now, as we can see, there are 2 dead people. And we have another one of these jerk tanks, unfortunately. But don't worry, thanks to the fact that we're on to the next section, we can pretty much move on. Yeah, I didn't know that either. Yeah, it's like now we're starting to see, yeah, profanity getting introduced, and I'm like, really? Because, yeah, I thought that my profanity filter was activated, but apparently it wasn't. But no matter, all we have to do is wait for the tank to get to where we are, and then we can begin the second mandatory fighting of enemies. And if you're someone like me, you'll want to target the healer first. This is essentially the priority that you have to take into consideration when you're doing this battle. Because, yeah, you don't want anyone else getting healed. So therefore, dealing with the Medicus is a good idea. Only makes sense. And thankfully I have a good support group here to back me up. And then you can join in on the rest of the fun. Yeah, just help in wherever you can. Because, yeah, there'll be a lot of brute forcing by the tanks in this battle. And that'll happen quite a bit as we go along. Alright, so now we have the second identification key available, and that is used to open another door, which is right over here. So now that we have the first door open, let's now go say hi to Gaius. Yeah, hey there, Darth Vader, how are ya? Gaius! Oh, Sid, my boy, you are late. Are we? What are we late for? There is something I always meant to tell you, yet the time never seemed right. It concerns your father. What of him? In the winter of his years, Midas came to abhor his part in Meteor. He told me that he wanted nothing more than to wash his hands of the whole sordid business. But he did not wash his hands of it. He helmed the project until the day it killed him! Come now, Sid. You must know that he did not have the luxury of choice. By the time he realized his error, it was too late. Meteor had him completely in its thrall. Shortly before his transformation, mayhap sensing that something was amiss, your father confided to me all the regrets of his life. Most of them concerned you. Oh really? Or are you just trying to get us some sympathy? Early on in your career, he realized that while you had a talent for devising armaments, it would never fulfill you. Long before you knew your own mind, he saw that you would be far happier using your knowledge for peaceful purposes, and the thought touched him. He was a changed man for it, though. He could not let it show. You blew holes in this place just so you could say this to me? What is it you want, Gaius? I want you at my side, Sid. Of course he does. Take up your father's mantle and become the Empire's lead engineer. It is your destiny. I think that'll be responded with no. My father had a change of heart. You said so yourself. Besides, I have long known my destiny, and I assure you it lies not with the Empire. A pity. And what of you, adventurer? Will you not consider making common cause with me? At this point in the game, after everything you and your generals have put me through, never! With your power joined to mine, we might do much for this realm. Together we could bring order to Eorzea and usher in a lasting peace. Yeah, it's like, screw you! Yeah, screw you, Darth Vader. No. And I can expect no better answer than this. So be it. It was your strength that made me proffer my hand in friendship, and it is your strength that makes me proffer now my blade. Save as an ally, you are too dangerous to be let to remain. And so, here comes boss number 1. Yeah, it's a Magitek Colossus that we have to take down. Run, Sid, or stay. It makes no matter. You cannot escape the past. Yeah, and he's gonna hightail it. Yeah. You're like, get back here! I'm not done with you yet! And so, let boss duel 1 begin. Alright, there's our first boss, so once everyone's ready and out of cutscene, we can begin. Alright, looks like we're all good. Just waiting on the Q. And there is the Q. Yeah, I feel like, for me being the Dragoon, it's not a proper start to the battle unless I use the jump ability to launch myself right into the boss. Yeah, because it's more fun and exciting. And it's really a shame that you don't see more Dragoons in play in the Realm Reborn. Which is really a shame. Because, yeah, when they do our scene, then they are considered to be a very valued warrior. And, yeah, make sure you stay out of the Magitek raid. This thing likes to spam that quite a bit. He also likes to spam a lot of other abilities. As you can see, I just had taken 2,000 points of damage, and it wasn't from the Magitek ray, it was from something else entirely. So just pound away on these things. Or in this case, just this thing. Oh, Magitek ray again. And basically just do all the status inflictors that you have to if you have them. I mean, every warrior class and magic class should have them, so there's no reason why you can't, and just really stack a whole lot of status afflictions. But this thing is about to be dead, and we got him. And now the boss is dead. Yeah, we took care of him. So, let's move on. You know, Sid's gonna show off his mechanical expertise, I guess, and I guess he's just gonna raise the lift for us. Knowing Gaius, he is headed for the Ultima Weapon. If we find him, so too will we find our quarry. With these instruments, we can monitor every nook and cranny in the castrum. I think it's time we divided our forces. Pray go on and give chase. I'll track your movements from here and guide you through the complex. Well, thank you, Sid. We'll stay in contact via link pearl. Be careful, alright? Well, all ready to go, so let's make our way further into the Praetorium. Alright, next priority is to move over here to this platform, because this is where we're going to be moving on to. So just waiting on everyone. And it looks like we're all here, so now we're ready for departure. And down we go. Just waiting on the go-ahead to move on to the next section. Alright, so disembark from there, and once again this is another situation where you will be running from everything. Just hugging the inside walls will protect you for the most part from getting attacked. You can't go down that path yet. You need something else before you can do that. And so basically you want to trace the perimeter so as not to gain any attention from the enemies unless someone does something like that. Yeah, because that can happen sometimes. Another treasure chest over there, but we're not going to pay attention to it, so now here's another forced situation of fighting. Yeah, fighting enemies for the most part in this place is mandatory. The tank, as you can see, almost has it. He almost had it there. Hey, well, he got saved just in time, lucky for him. Let's just keep pounding away on the Colossus here. And once we get him out of the way, then we can focus on everything else. Because, yeah, there's also a Magitek Vanguard in play. So we'll also have to deal with him, too. It looks like everyone wants to surround the Colossus. All the enemies, anyway. And that includes the Vanguard. Alright, moving on. And it looks like we got the Vanguard, too. So now we're just focusing on the cohorts. As well as the Magitek Deathclaw. Yeah, hold still. I want to use the Ring of Thorns on you guys, because there's so many of you. Yeah, there's so many of you, and I want to do a group attack to as much as I can. And who's the healer? I did not see a healer in there. I still don't see the healer. Oh, okay, I see Medicus in there. Yeah, somehow it got away from me. I thought we got everything. Yeah, because I'm picking up the identification key. We killed everything, so now just don't go ahead and open this. And then we can move on and... Yeah, we're still being attacked? How did you escape? How did you escape our clutches? Like, we're not supposed to move on until all of you are dead. But yeah, now you come over to the right over here, and this allows you to activate the identification key reader, which allows you to get your own suit of Magitek armor. And this is needed to complete the next section. So, once everyone's on board, we can then proceed to move on. Just waiting on everyone. Looks like we're all here. So up we go. Yeah, and my legs are sinking into the elevator. Yeah, I find that really hilarious that my legs are sinking into the elevator. Yeah, if you can see it. Yeah, that's pretty hilarious. But now, it's time to move on and get our access to the Magitek armor. So let's go ahead and make use of it. Yeah, now we get to... Yeah, we've been tortured by these things for a while. We have had the chance to drive them before, but now we get to drive them inside the Praetorium. And hey, yeah, this actually looks familiar. Yeah, it's actually the sentient suit of Magitek armor I've been using before. Ah, there she is. I trust you recognize our old friend Maggie, was it? They must have shipped her here from Century. Yeah, unwittingly, our sentient suit of Magitek armor, thanks to Biggs and Wedge's knowledge and expertise, ends up getting it here into the Praetorium. Considering she's all been through, it's a wonder she's still operational. Tough old girl. And so, let's ride! Now that you're suitably armed, you can blast open that bulkhead. The external walkway will take you back there. And away we go! Moving out! Follow us until you come upon a way down to the lower level. Yeah, that'll be this path. And so now that we have it, all we can do is just follow the leader. Yeah, with the Magitek armor you're given two different types of attacks. There's the photon stream and there's the Magitek cannon. Both of which are useful. Yeah, we're doing pretty good so far. But then again, that could also be the fact that I'm using the photon stream and everyone else may be using the cannon. Yeah, the cannon's a little more unwieldy. Where did everyone go? Yeah, it's like, yeah, I don't want to be the one who's out in front. I'd rather take up position behind someone else. But yeah, the cannon is a little more unwieldy due to the fact that it is, it has to be targeted first, like we used with the cannons out back in Castra Meridianum. Come on, get me unstuck here quickly before I take damage. Too late. Alright, well, now you see what happens when I take damage, but how... It's actually fortunate that I did not end up losing my Magitek armor, because yeah, if you get hit by the wrong opponent, you can actually get stripped of your Magitek armor. Thankfully, however, that is not an issue, and this path we couldn't use before, because this was in the way, now we've broken it down. And now that we've broken it down, we can move on. Now we're going in more into the inner sanctum of the Praetorium, as it were. And so now we're going to a bit of a mechanical slalom, as it were. Because around every turn there's going to be some sort of mechanical menace, including these Proto-Ultima arm units. These are the things that can strip you of your Magitek armor if you run headlong right into their path. So yeah, you definitely have to make it a point to take your time here. Take your time, get rid of everything. Yeah, and I think that I do need to use the cannon more than the photon stream. Yeah, you can see 4,500 damage. That's where it's getting registered that I'm actually causing damage. So yeah, I thought I could use both of them, but apparently only one is useful. Yeah, it's a bit of a screw-up by Square Enix to make only one of the two items that you have available to you when you're using the Magitek armor useful. Yeah, you can see they're just coming in droves, but thanks to the fact that all 8 of us have the Magitek armor, that's not really an issue. And so now just focus on getting rid of the proto-arms. Yeah, there's a score. And we scored again. What? How did someone die? Someone must have lost their Magitek armor and kept on going, unaware of what we were doing. This must be a person who's in here for the first time. And so now, with all the crazy riffraff out of the way, just one more door left to blow open. That bulkhead is comprised of a special alloy, extremely tough. Ordinary fire won't leave a mark, I'm afraid. Oh, don't worry, we know what to do. You need to divert all power to the Magitek cannon, as I did so memorably once before, and that was back at Castra Meridianum. As you may recall, the almost core is like to expire from the strain, but there's no help for it if we want to press on. Now listen well. Press... Press the control, engage ancillary, then fire away. Don't mind the warning lights. You know, looks like we're running into a bit of interference, but there's no interference from this shot. And... boom goes the dynamite! There we go. And as expected, Maggie has had it. And our sentient suit of Magitek armor powers down. And I guess we can't use it anymore, but we certainly got a good workout out of it. You're a natural at this. Alright, the way's clear, but it's just you and your own 2 feet now, so be careful. And so, further on we go, into the Praetorium. And so now, having left the Magitek armor, it is time to rush headlong into the next boss duel. Because it doesn't take long for us to get there. So yeah, we saw someone in the distance here, and now we're gonna have to put up with him. You have been leaving a fine mess in your wake, adventurer. Yes, here is General number 3. Having dealt with Raitatin and Livia, now we have to put up with Nero Scaeva. Yeah, the red dragon, as it were. So, what do you want, other than a battle? Oh, Link Pearl. Is someone there? Yeah, there is. Someone's blocking our path. Garland, old friend, how it warms the heart to hear your voice again after all these years. And apparently he's in on the transmission too. Nero? Is that you? Yeah, it is. You sound well. It would seem this savage land agrees with you. The highest ranking tribunus of the 14th? It was you all this time? Tell me, Garland, how long do you intend to keep all the glory for yourself? What are you talking about? Yeah, you lost me too. Don't play the fool with me. Ever since the Academy, I have been condemned to live in your shadow. By all objective measure, I was the more talented of the two of us, yet that fact counted for naught beside your privileged birth. You were admired as the young prodigy simply because your father was the great Midas non-Garland. When you defected, I felt sure my star would finally rise. Did it? But by disappearing, you acquired the status of a legend. Your reputed genius gained precedence merely by dint of your absence. Instead of cursing you for a traitor, the people actually came to think of you more fondly. To this day, you are still the young prodigy of Magitek. I, meanwhile, have been made to feel second-rate. I, who have continued to serve our nation faithfully. Whenever I fail to excel, why, it is only to be expected. Yet when I exceed all reasonable expectations, people proclaim that I walk in the footsteps of the great Cid non-bloody Garland! Yeah, he's obviously not happy to be doing that sort of thing. Nero, I don't know what to say. It matters not a whit what I achieve. Your existence has rendered mine worthless. Even Lord Van Baelsar saw fit to offer you a place at his side. And this in spite of your betrayal. Did he extend any such offer to me, the man who has remained loyal to him for all these years? Why, no, he did not. And so you're gonna take... Yeah, he's gonna take out his frustrations. Long have I endured this injustice, but no more. And so, Lord Van Baelsar is in the midst of activating the fully powered Ultima Weapon. It is my magnum opus, the creation that will win me the recognition I am due. I will not let anyone interfere. Nero, what are you... cease transmission. Ever since I set foot in this benighted land, I have watched you, every move you have made, every step you have taken. You have felled icons, a feat made possible by the Echo, a peculiar power which shields you from their corrupting influence. It is of little wonder that my lord has taken an interest in you, as he would for every other person who plays this game. As have I, if truth be told. It is my desire to harness your power for use in the Ultima Weapon. Oh, and how exactly do you plan to achieve this? Well, I think we already know. Oh yes, he can suddenly make a magic mallet appear! And boy, that thing is huge. Yeah, quite the scary mallet, he even has spikes on the head. Should I succeed, Lord Van Baelsar will surely take notice. Beside this, Garlean's achievements will be as child's play. Come, adventurer, and yield to me the secrets of your power. And so, General Duel number 3. Alright, so now just waiting on everyone to be ready to fight against Nero. Yes, Nero told Scaeva. At least I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right, because yeah, that is an Italian name, but that could be pronounced any number of ways, I think. No, I don't want to do that, but I do want to do this. Yeah, he says that he has an electrifying stage for us. Well, you'll get to see why he says that soon enough. It's actually something that's quite common with the enemies towards the later stages of the game, and we'll get to see that in a moment. Because yeah, if you're not standing within the center of the arena, that blue stuff over there, that's electricity. And so suffice it to say, you don't want to be in there, because you'll be gradually damaged if you are. And there will also be times when Magitek Death Claws is summoned. If you can, help out to get rid of them. But if you have the right allies, you might not even need to get in there yourself. But don't take chances. If you have to, if you feel like you need to, go after the Death Claw. I think this may be a good time to do so. Yeah, it hasn't been touched yet until now. Alright. Back on Nero. Yeah, because we've already burned through half of his health. That's crazy. Yeah, it proves that as far as health is concerned, he's really no more different than Raitaten or Livia was. Yeah, you're all generals and you all suffer damage the same way. Yeah, and so far you and your magic mallet aren't doing all that much. Yeah, I just have to say I really love the Garlean Empire General's boss duel music. The music that's been used for Raitaten and Nero and Livia. It's just so much fun to listen to. And it's a shame I couldn't get a piece of the Death Claw, but we are accomplishing the main objective, which is to weaken Nero and finish him off. Yeah, we don't want to be in the path of that attack, Augmented Uprising, that's his special ability. And I cannot tell if I am attacking efficiently. Okay, I was. Yeah, I couldn't tell there for a while. Because I've also been noticing that even if my attack special abilities do count, I don't see the border around the icon for the attack that lets me know that it has been actually used and has been recognized to be in a combo attack. And get out of the way of the augmented suffering. Yeah, we're pretty much running roughshod through this guy. No real problems. And I don't have to worry about that attack because I'm behind Nero instead of in front of him. And soon we will almost be rid of him. And gone. Sorry, Nero, but you lose. This changes nothing. Oh, it does, because you've been beaten. Yeah, I beat you fair and square. What are you going to do about it? Oh, where did he go? Yeah, the Ultima Weapon is activated and it brims with the power of icons. Nothing can withstand its might. Yeah, so that's where he ran off to, apparently. Ah, Link Pearl again. Hey Sid, how are you? Back in transmission? Are you alright? Yeah, I am. What of Nero? Fled? Damn it! In the instant prior to the blackout, the instruments detected a massive power surge from the deepest chamber. Gaius is certain to be there. We have no time to waste. I guess not. Word arrived from the Alliance a short while ago. It seems the Order of the Twin Adder has completed its blockade of Customs Sentry. Well done, Twin Adder. What hands they can spare are hastening this way even as we speak, and likewise for the Maelstrom. All that's left is to destroy the Ultima Weapon. I should warn you, the chamber which houses the target appears to be saturated with etheric energies. There's bound to be heavy interference. But even if we lose contact, you must go on. Just don't do anything I wouldn't do, alright? Of course. Yeah, so onward we go. Alright, now that with Nero out of the way, it's time to move on to the next section. Over to this particular terminal where we can activate the lift to go down. And so now it is time for us to move on. Oh, he's actually going to talk here.
It'll be somewhere nearby. Take the lift down, and you should find yourself in the chamber of the Ultima Weapon.
Alright, I believe we can do that. Now, which button is it? Well, I guess he must have figured it out, did he? And so here we go. Descent into chaos.
Keep your eyes peeled. Gaius could be waiting for you down there.
Well, yeah, of course, with the Ultima Weapon.
Oh, and don't even think about dying. You're too bloody useful.
Thanks there, Sid. I appreciate it.
The illness is getting worse. I don't think the connection will last much.
Yeah, we're lost the connection and now we're on our own. But not for long. Yeah, Gaius shows up.
Tell me, for whom do you fight?
Now this I've actually looked into before. You're offered multiple choices twice, but no matter what you choose in either the two multiple choices, Gaius will always respond the same way. So for option number 1, I can choose any of these or decline to answer, but I'll choose the most logical answer for Eorzea. So I'll say what I need to say.
How very glib. And do you believe in Eorzea?
Well, once again, this is the situation where Gaius will answer the same way no matter what you say, so I'm gonna say logically, of course I do. Yes.
Eorzea's unity is forged of falsehoods. Its city-states are built on deceit, and its faith is an instrument of deception. It is not but a cobweb of lies. To believe in Eorzea is to believe in nothing.
Oh, really?
Eorzea, the beast tribes often summon gods to fight in their stead, though your comrades only rarely respond in kind. Which is strange, is it not?
Well, not really, because I'm the Warrior of Light.
Are the 12 otherwise engaged? I was given to understand they were your protectors. If you truly believe them your guardians, why do you not repeat the trick that served you so well in Cartano and call them down?
Well, because I want to kick your butt. Besides, you don't have an army to help you.
So long as you lavish them with crystals and gorge them on ether. Your gods are no different from those of the beasts. Icons, every one. Except for this. And you will see how Eorzea's fate is bleeding the land dry.
Who do you think you are, Dan Brown?
Nor is this unknown to your masters, which prompts the question, why do they cling to these false deities?
Yeah, absolutely Dan Brown.
Even the great Louis Soir to grovel at their feet.
And what do you know of Archon Louis Soir anyway?
The answer? Your masters lack the strength to do otherwise. For the world of man to mean anything, man must own the world.
Yeah, and now he's Dr. Sid from Final Fantasy XII. That's just great. Yeah, one of the rare instances in Final Fantasy where the name Sid was actually connected to a villain rather than a hero.
Through conquest. And when the dust of battle settles, it is ever the strong who dictate the fate of the weak.
And so now he's gonna try and show this off by giving himself a new golden glow.
Is open to the infinite ruler, that of false worship, a path which leads to innovation and death. Only a man of power can rightly steer the course of civilization. And in this land of creeping mendacity, that one truth will prove its salvation.
Yeah, well, screw you, Dan Brown. I don't go that way.
Face me.
Oh, I will.
Your defeat shall serve as proof of my readiness to rule.
We shall see about that.
It's right that I should take your realm, for none among you has the power to stop me.
Oh, we will definitely see about that. Bring it on! Alright, now we're ready for our battle with Gaius. As soon as everyone is out of cutscene and is able to join us on the main field of battle. Yeah, kind of creepy that we're going on a down elevator in order to fight the main boss of the Garlean Empire, Mr. Gaius van Baelsar. Just waiting on old 8 to appear. Okay, it looks like we got it, so away we go. Yeah, Gaius himself also not all that hard, but he does have an ability that will show up later on that really can't hurt you. Hopefully we can avoid it. Yeah, don't quite understand why they would call this elevator an echelon, because I don't think that's what echelon stands for. I don't think that's its definition. Alright, going down, down, down. And hopefully taking Gaius down with us. And if it all goes well, that's exactly what will happen. And he says, now it is my turn. Which means we should at some point start to see the use of his real special ability, because yeah, his other special abilities don't really hurt you that much. At least from my own personal experience, they haven't hurt me all that much. Yeah, he keeps using Hand of the Empire, but it doesn't look like it's actually helping him. Yeah, because I don't think I've been touched once, unless it's been by the fire that we're standing on. Yeah, you really can't avoid the fire in this battle. Okay, yeah, here's where he's going to start using those X's. That X pretty much is a warning that a big shot is coming your direction, and you better get out of the way. In addition, he likes to move around quite a bit. Once he does start using his X attack, But just stick to the game plan and you'll be fine. And so far so good. Oh, or maybe not. I almost found myself walking into that one. Okay, moved around again. Alright, now we should seem to start spamming the X attacks. Alright, yeah, it'll go like a bullet, just like that. And it's, oh, I hope I'm staying out of the way. Yeah, that was kind of looking a bit scary there. And so is this. Ugh. Yeah, that's kind of looking a bit scary to have that attack staring you right down, but I think it's like 5, 6, or 7 seconds where you can actually avoid that attack. Now, you aren't able to kill Gaius. The point is just to weaken him to the point where the battle ends. And so we got him past the quarter, so that should be soon. There it is. Alright, so after setting Dan Brown back...
I had not thought to be so hard-pressed.
Well, you are fighting 8 of us.
Your strength is most impressive. Such power befits a ruler.
Oh, I'm not here to rule. I'm here to kick your butt and prevent you from ruling.
Yet, you lack the resolve to put it to proper use. A waste.
Oh, I think we hit stop. I think we reached the bottom. Are you gonna walk away, Gaius? Yeah, I'm not done with you yet. I am not even remotely done with you yet. But there stands the Ultima Weapon. Alright, moving on to the next section. Here we go. So, let's go get ourselves some. Now we're going in. Yeah, say hi to the Ultima Weapon. Definitely towers over Edie. Could easily crush me under its foot without even so much as hardly an effort. Yeah, definitely look for intimidation. And, okay, yeah, there you are, Gaius. Like, where are you? Well, do you have anything further to say to me?
Allow me then, hero, to do that which you will not.
I think I know where he's going with this. I was about to say, what are you talking about? But no, I know where he's going with this. Yeah, so Gaius is actually going to step inside the Ultima Weapon's cockpit, because yeah, it does have a cockpit. And for some reason, we're not actually going to prevent him from entering said cockpit. No, we're just going to allow the thing to activate. And up we go. And we're going on another ride. Another crazy ride.
Bear witness to the true power of the Ultima Weapon.
Well, bring it on. I shall defeat you. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you defeat me. Alright, and so, if we take an opportunity to look first before we get everyone into the party. Make sure we're all here before we do anything. Yeah, it just gives you a chance to get a bit of a breather before we move on. Yeah, I think this situation with some of the players is still carried over from earlier. Yeah, to be honest, I actually didn't know that either. Really, guys? Yeah, I think we're had enough of the two of you going at each other's throats. So yeah, we're not going to deal with that. But we are going to deal with you. There's the Ultima Weapon, in all of its evil glory. Now, as the tank mentioned, we can't necessarily go at this fight straight away. It's going to be the tank's responsibility to just keep it occupied for a while. And there's going to be, once we see the queue that allows us to proceed in terms of attacking it, we can do then just that. Just make sure you stay out of the way from the Ultima Weapon's attacks like that. And so now just waiting on our opportunity to make our move. But I prefer you not bring it towards me, because yeah, I could end up being on the receiving end of an attack from the Ultima Weapon, and I don't want that. Just waiting. Okay, there's the queue. Once Heidelin has her text appear, and once the background turns white, then you can proceed. Yeah, because there's no point in burning your attacks, I guess, until such a point that you can actually damage him. Where are you going? Yeah, hold him still, guys. I'd like to get my special attacks in. Alright, away we go. Pound away on you. I'm trying to withstand your attacks as much as I can. Yeah, one of the biggest challenges in fighting the Ultima Weapon is that, hopefully I'll get to show it off, is that if you've been following the Let's Play, he actually uses the special abilities, like that, of the various primals that we've fought, Garuda, Titan, and Ifrit. And those will be used in particular once we get him closer to halfway. Let's make sure we can take it to him as best we can. And make sure we're getting the full amount of my special abilities to inflict status ailments on him put in effect. Okay, here's the first big attack from him. The Aerial Blast. That's Garuda's attack. Hopefully I can withstand it. Hopefully I'm standing on the way. Okay, well I wasn't standing on the way, but at least I didn't suffer a lot of damage to it. I only just simply got halved. Just keep pounding away, but not have him pound away on me like that. Yeah, he has a behind the back attack. He has two of them. But we can just keep pounding away, hopefully before the Aerial Blast gets used again. Okay, yeah. Highlander will once again have her presence known, and so yeah, Ultima Weapon will no longer use Garuda's abilities. But I haven't really been able to show you this really sadistic combination that the Ultima Weapon will use, which is a combination of both Ifrit's and Titan's abilities. It's pretty much the desperate move that it uses. Hopefully I'll never get... Oh, okay, yeah, there it is. There's Ifrit, and then there's Titan. Yeah, it's this crazy combination where you gotta go from inside to outside. You have to be inside for when Ifrit is used, and then outside when Titan is used. Oh crap! Oh crap! Yeah, this is what I was afraid of, because yeah, those damages hurt. And there have been instances where the same attack has put a double hit on me, and I do not know for the life of me what causes it. And I find it really annoying, and in fact, it's the main reason why I die here in this battle. It's the main reason why I die in this battle, and I find it really annoying that you get a double hit against you by the same attack from the Ultima Weapon. Yeah, for more reasons than not. Oh, get out of the way, get out of the way. Okay, yeah, of course. Yeah, I explain why I don't understand why I get hit with the double hits, and of course I get double hits. Yeah, and unsurprisingly, everyone else is still standing. Yeah. Who dies while in a boss duel while everyone else is still standing? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the really annoying thing about this battle, is getting a double hit against you when it should be just one hit. Alright, now Hydaelyn will make her presence known again. She'll disable Titan's abilities from the Ultima Weapon, so now you just have to worry about Ifrit's Radiant Plume. But even then, as you saw, it can do a double hit against you, which means I am not necessarily safe. And for all I know, I can end up dying again. If you're wondering why I haven't used Limit Break yet, well, there's pretty much... If you have the right party, there's really no reason to use it. In fact, you probably will never even really get a chance to use it effectively, I should say. But, hey, well, where is it actually used there? I guess someone used it. But no matter, I just have to make sure that when the evil attack that one, Radiant Plume, goes up again. Yeah, because now that's being used twice over. And this is where it gets pretty scary towards the end. But before too long, we will have our victory over the Ultima Weapon. And as I mentioned before, we're not done with it yet. There is more than one battle to this. All we have to do is just continue to do our job and not get hit by the twice-hitting Radiant Plume. And how I did not take damage, I'll never know, but I am grateful for not actually taking damage. Yeah, I almost did. That's the thing, I almost did. Oh, well, I took damage there. And now Hydaelyn again, at the end of the battle, strips Ifrit away.
But the Ultima Weapon is all-powerful. Why does my enemy still stand?
Well, to be honest, I'm actually trying to figure out that myself because, yeah, I was the only one who died in that battle. But yeah, I always seem to die in that first battle with the Ultima Weapon. And yeah, I said first battle, because there's more.
So great.
It is the blessing of light that confounds you.
Yeah, name look familiar? Yeah, we know who this is. Making a cameo. The Laha Brea possessed Thancred.
Your foe acts under the protection of the crystal he bears.
That of Hydaelyn.
So, this is what empowers him.
Beyond mortal limits. If you are to prevail, the Hammer of Darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the Shield of Light. And so it shall, for the Ultima Weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant.
Oh, really? And what would that be exactly?
Speak plainly, Ascian.
Yes, please do.
The heart of Sabik. It is the
Sabik.
weapon's core, an enigma whose surface even the vaunted scholars of ancient Alec failed to scratch.
And yet, what would you know of this?
The magic within has lain dormant for eons.
Of
Eons,
what
huh?
magic do you speak?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think both hero and bad guy are confused.
Ultima.
But yes, this is where the first mention... Yeah, there is the Ultima Weapon, but there's also a spell that dates back to Final Fantasy VI known as Ultima.
I sought the life force of the primals for no other reason but to quicken the core. For the true power of the Ultima Weapon lies within its now beating heart.
Laha Brea, what have
Oh,
you
where did he
done?
go?
No more than was necessary for my god to be reborn.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Damn you, Ascian.
Yeah, I think we've both been had.
The hour is at hand. Behold but a sliver of my god's power.
Yeah, he's gonna try and light it up.
And from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, the world shall tremble.
Uh-oh.
Unleash Ultima!
You know, we're about to have a clash. Whoa! Yeah, nothing escapes this explosion. Yeah, you can mistake it for an atomic bomb. And when the dust settles... yeah, the Praetorium has been left in ruins. And yet somehow, I'm still standing. Yeah, you couldn't even beat me with Ultima. And yet you're laughing about this. I guess you're laughing about the fact that you just laid waste to the Praetorium.
This was not my intention.
Oh, but I thought it was there, Gaius. I mean, you wanted to rule over Eorzea, right?
Oh, Hydaelyn. It seems the task of keeping your champion alive has exhausted what strength you had left. Van Baelsar, your enemy's shield is broken. The rest I leave to you.
Oh, so now we're going Mortal Kombat with finish him, huh?
Speak later, Ascian.
Well, if I have a word in it, you two won't be speaking again ever. And that goes for the rest of my party.
First, I must deal with you. The question of who is mightier remains.
Oh, we all know who that's gonna be, right?
Adventurer, let us find the answer together.
Yes, let's indeed do just that. Ultima Weapon rematch. Yeah, don't hold out on me. I can't wait to take you down. Yeah. Stay focused, stay determined there, Edie. We can do this. So yeah, guess what? Had to put this on a bit of a delay because of the fact that one of our healers DC'd, and so we had to wait for a replacement. Thankfully it didn't take too long to get one. But yeah, we will now move on to go into round 2 against the Ultima Weapon. So to lack... and I'm lucky I'm still surviving somehow. Yeah, how am I surviving right now, quite honestly? Yeah, I died once, I don't want to die again. But yeah, there'll be times when reinforcements come in the form of Magitek bits and you have to destroy these things. Because yeah, as you can see, they're charging lasers. And you want to prevent those lasers from being used because they can do quite some good damage as well. Let's make sure we can finish off the Ultima Weapon here and claim our victory over it. And as you see, you notice on the list, there is more to defeat than just the Ultima Weapon. There is still someone else that we have to take care of after this. So yeah, we're not even remotely close to being done yet. Alright, well, we have to take care of the more Magitek bits now. We've got to get them out of the way. Making sure to stay out of the way of their attacks, and oh my goodness, how are we not taking damage? Oh, wow. Yeah, this is getting a bit scary. But yeah, if you're not the tank, just follow the perimeter, find the Magitek bits, and get rid of them. That's really the best you can do under the circumstances. You gotta do what you can to protect your allies. That's the most important thing. And make sure that you don't take damage yourself while doing it. And as you can see, we've already got the Ultima Weapon past halfway now. Yes, it is true. Well, somehow I don't think that's going to happen because, yeah, the 8 of us are actually beating you up quite convincingly right now, Gaius. You and your Ultima Weapon, and once again, I take severe damage and not die. Yeah, too many close calls right now. I would rather it be no close calls whatsoever. That's what I would very much prefer it to be. And when I get hit by the Magitek Ray, there was no warning on that shot. And this is getting a little crazy now. Yeah, because there are more Magitek bits now coming into play. I think that's 6? I need not the power of icons to defeat you. Well, we'll see about that, Gaius. Yeah, jeez. You're constantly chasing after the Magitek bits while at the same time trying to avoid myself getting fried by lasers. Alright, here's the last one. Yeah, you are far away, and I don't even need to fight you. Yeah, my allies have my back here this time around. And so we just keep going. Just keep going. We're at about a quarter now. And wow. It's a good thing the healers are so responsive that they heal me pretty much instantaneously once I take a big hit from something that I don't even see is hitting me. Because yeah, a lot of these attacks, there's no advanced warning that you're getting hit by them. I may get hit by the tank purge even if I'm standing behind it, and I was right. Yeah, it looks like that's something that hits on all sides. But we almost got the Ultima Weapon down. Oh, yeah, once it disappears, now you are officially on the clock. Because now, La Habrea will try to use Ultima, but we have to stop him from using it by killing off the Ultima Weapon. Yeah, 20 seconds, we won't even need that long. So there it is, we got it. We got Ultima Weapon down.
No! No, no, no!
Oh, yes, yes, yes! Oh! Ejected! And you lost your golden glow. What a shame there, Gaius. Yeah, this will show you not to worship a golden god.
The subjects of a weak ruler must needs look to a higher power for providence, and their dependence comes at a cost to the realm.
Yeah, and look what your propaganda got you. Deception by the Asians, and you now lying on your backside helpless. Who's weak now?
Misguided elevate the frail, and the frail lead the people astray.
Oh, be quiet, Darth Vader.
Unless a man of power wrests control, the cycle will never be broken.
Well, so says you.
You of all people must see the truth in this. You who have the strength to rule.
Well, you really think that I'm really that desperate? Yeah, and look what desperation brought you. In the meantime, yeah, the Ultima Weapon is going to go boom. Yeah, this thing imploded. And so you'd think that will be it, right? Well, not necessarily. Guess who's back? La Habrea. Hello again. Yeah, your guy is down.
Pathetic.
Well, in this case, I actually have to agree.
Boasted of unrivaled power. You were entrusted with the ultimate weapon. The ultimate magic. And still, you failed. So much for the glory of man.
Yeah, he's not going away. He's gonna come and give us a great big hello. Hey, La Habrea.
The growing imbalance afflicting the planet must be redressed.
Imbalance?
If it is permitted to worsen, the very laws of existence, both etheric and physical, will be warped beyond all recognition.
Well, that's what you say.
Know you the root of this corruption? Hydaelyn.
Well, of course you would say that. You're the bad guy.
Like a parasite, she must be burned out if the planet is to recover. And naught but the return of the one true god will ensure her complete excision.
Yeah, you keep talking about your one true god, but there is only one true god, and it's not who you believe in.
A chaotic confluence of untold proportions must needs be brought about. and that will necessitate the presence of the primals.
Again?
Needless to say, both you and your scion accomplices cannot be suffered to interfere in this endeavor.
Oh, I'll interfere as much as I want.
Not leave this place alive.
And I do intend to leave alive, thank you. I mean, I've beaten this game before. I can do it again. And so now we get the true final boss, La Habrea.
It is past time your flame was extinguished, bringer of light.
Well, bring it on. And that means all that's left is La Habrea. Alright, so, yeah, battle against La Habrea really not all that hard. He after fighting the Ultima Weapon twice, La Habrea is more or less an anticlimax. Just pretty much like what in Final Fantasy X when you're killing off the Aeons and also Yevon. After you go through the process of fighting Jekt as Sin, which in itself is the hardest battle in the main storyline, the boss duels after that are anticlimactic. With La Habrea, it's really no different. Yeah, with La Habrea, it's really no difference. I mean, he does have Shadow Flare, that's his most devastating ability, but it's not even that devastating, because as you can see, it only halved me. And thankfully, I have reliable enough healers to back me up and support me. As well as everyone else in the party, to be honest. Yeah, I don't give my allies enough credit, but given the kind of verbal feud that was going on between two of them, it really didn't matter. It really didn't make that much of a difference, to be quite honest, what was happening with my allies. I was, of course, more focused about what happens to me. And the fact that I already died once in this battle, and it's highly unlikely I will die again because La Habrea is soon to die. And before long, boom! And now that I've beaten you out, La Habrea, would you like to take a journey with me? Yeah, welcome to Hydaelyn's world. It's her world, you're just living in it. Yeah, remember back on day one, the scene that we had? The duel between myself and La Habrea? This was the battleground, but a winner was not yet determined. But now there will be one. Step onto the solid ground.
Thou wouldst pierce the shadows, make thee a blade of light.
Oh, I will. And so, the lights permeate to the heavens. And that duel we never finished on day one, well, let's bring it to an end now. Here we go. And as we come to blows... Ouch! Yeah, La Habrea just got permeated. And Thancred has been exercised, at least I hope he is. Because, yeah, there's La Habrea.
What?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, there's the Cain mask. Yeah, say hello there to Hydaelyn, Mr. La Habrea. It's pretty sweet say for me, but I'm sure it's pretty sour for you. And always keep in mind that I'm never alone. Yeah, you think I'm doing this by myself? You are sorely mistaken. And so now... I love that. I love that roar. Yeah, we're coming at you with a full head of steam.
The light, it binds them. They are too many.
Yeah, I'd say you're getting overwhelmed. I would say you're definitely getting overwhelmed. And yeah, we just run roughshod right through you. And so now... yeah, La Brea's gone, but Thancred is still with us. And the dark crystal that was possessing Thancred is shattered. And so there it is, we got the victory! We have officially completed the game, as far as the main story is concerned. So, with that all taken care of, it's now time for us to get ready to move on and proceed to the end game, to show off the last of the remaining cutscenes, and also to show off what happens once you get through the end credits. Because yeah, there's still a lot to get through, even after you beat the game. So, be back in a moment, and I will show you all what happens in the end game, so don't go away.